Google DeepMind just lost two of the most important people in its entire leadership structure in the same week. And almost nobody's talking about what that actually signals. I've been digging through this week's filings and reports, and once you line up three separate stories side by side, a pattern shows up that none of these companies are saying out loud. So in this video, I'm breaking down three stories from this exact same week: the Google leadership shakeup, the real story behind Siri's AI rebuild leaning on outside partnerships, and a $1.5 billion deployment company, Anthropic, just launched with Blackstone, that tells you more about where AI money is actually going than any keynote this year. By the end, you'll see why the quiet moves this week matter more than the loud ones. Let's start with Google, because the timing here is the whole story. Google shakes up its AI leadership. According to Reuters reporting from August 5th, Demis Hassabis is stepping back from his managerial responsibilities at DeepMind, while Jeff Dean, one of the most senior technical leaders across the entire Google AI effort, is departing the company. Both moves are landing at the exact moment Gemini 4 remains unreleased, well past whatever internal timeline Google was originally working toward. But here's where the skepticism has to come in immediately. Leadership changes at large companies almost always get a tidy official explanation, and that explanation is rarely the complete picture. Google hasn't framed this as a crisis, and there's no confirmed reporting connecting these departures directly to problems with Gemini 4 development. That doesn't mean there's no connection. It means the receipts proving one aren't public yet. What's public and verifiable is the timing itself. Two senior leadership changes, landing in the same week, while the company's flagship next-generation model sits unshipped past expectations. Timing alone isn't proof of causation, but it's exactly the kind of signal that deserves attention, not dismissal. Think of it like watching a company's stock buybacks spike right before bad earnings. Nobody confirms the connection out loud, but you'd be foolish not to notice the calendar. The quiet part of this story is what it says about competitive pressure. Google's spent the better part of this year fielding pressure from every direction, with Anthropic and OpenAI both shipping frontier updates on faster cycles than Google's been managing to match. A leadership shift landing right as the next flagship model slips is the kind of thing that becomes obvious in hindsight and easy to miss in real time while it's actually happening. And it's worth being fair to Google here, rather than jumping to the worst-case reading. Large tech companies reshuffle senior leadership constantly for reasons that have nothing to do with product delays, ordinary succession planning, founders stepping back from day-to-day management to focus on research instead of organizational overhead, which is a genuinely common and often healthy move at this stage of a company's life cycle. Hassabis stepping back from a managerial role is not the same claim as Hassabis stepping back from DeepMind's research direction. And conflating those two things would be exactly the kind of overreach this channel tries to avoid. What we can state plainly is the timing, not the motive. Keep that distinction between timing and motive in your back pocket, because the next story follows an almost identical shape, right down to the gap between what a company confirms and what the surrounding facts actually suggest. Apple leans on rivals to fix Siri. The second story this week involves Apple. According to Built-in and other trade coverage published this week, the revamped Siri AI is leaning on partnerships with Google and NVIDIA to deliver context-aware, multimodal features Apple's own infrastructure apparently couldn't deliver fast enough on its own. That's a genuinely striking admission, even though Apple hasn't framed it that way publicly. A company famous for building its entire stack in-house is now leaning on two of its most direct AI competitors just to get Siri caught up to where the market already expects a modern assistant to be. Using outside infrastructure isn't inherently a weakness. Plenty of strong products get built on borrowed foundations. But here's what it signals for Apple's specific position in this race. The company that historically prized total vertical control over its products just quietly conceded that vertical control wasn't fast enough to keep pace with how quickly the AI assistant category is moving. That's not a failure of engineering so much as a failure of internal timeline, and it puts Apple in the unusual position of being a launch partner and a competitor to Google at the exact same time, inside the exact same product. That's the same pattern as the Google story, and it's not a coincidence worth ignoring. Both involve a major company quietly adjusting its approach under competitive pressure rather than loudly announcing a pivot. Neither company is saying the word behind, but the moves themselves are doing the talking. There's also a genuinely useful takeaway hiding inside this story if you actually use Siri day to day. If the underlying context-aware and multimodal features are being powered in part by outside infrastructure, The honest expectation should be that Siri quality improvements arrive on a timeline shaped partly by Apple's partners, not purely by Apple's internal roadmap. That's neither good nor bad on its own, but it's a different set of expectations than the fully in-house narrative Apple's trained its audience to expect for the better part of 2 decades. Which brings us to the third story, where the quiet move isn't about talent or partnerships at all. It's about where the actual money is heading. Anthropic and Blackstone bet on deployment over building. According to MarketScale reporting from August 1st, Anthropic and Blackstone have launched a new company called Ode, backed with $1.5 billion, focused specifically on enterprise AI deployment rather than model development itself. That distinction is the entire story here. Every major AI lab spends most of its public messaging on the model itself, the benchmark scores, the parameter counts, the capability jumps. Ode is a bet on something almost nobody's talking about publicly, that the harder problem for most large companies right now isn't accessing a capable model. It's actually deploying one correctly inside messy, real-world enterprise environments full of legacy systems, compliance requirements, and workflows that were never designed with AI in mind. $1.5 billion is not a small signal. That's real capital. From a private equity giant with deep enterprise relationships, betting that deployment friction, not raw model capability, is where the next big commercial win actually sits. This is Anthropic diversifying its business model, not slowing down model development. Nothing about this launch suggests Anthropic is stepping back from frontier research, but it does say something honest about where the company sees near-term revenue actually coming from. And it's a quieter, less flashy bet than a new model launch would be, which is exactly why it's gotten less attention this week than it probably deserves. It also says something about Blackstone worth naming directly, rather than treating Anthropic as the only interesting party in this deal. Private equity firms don't commit $1.5 billion to a joint venture on a hunch. Blackstone has visibility into an enormous number of large enterprise clients across finance, real estate, and industrial sectors, and a bet this size is effectively a market signal from a firm whose entire business model depends on reading demand correctly before committing serious capital. When a firm like that partners specifically on deployment, rather than backing another model lab outright, that's a data point worth weighing on its own, independent of anything Anthropic says publicly about the venture. The weekly through line. Here's what ties all 3 of these stories together, and it's not a coincidence of timing. Google adjusted its leadership structure without loudly explaining why. Apple adjusted its Siri strategy by quietly leaning on rivals instead of announcing a public pivot. Anthropic adjusted its business model by launching a deployment company instead of another model announcement. None of these 3 moves came with a big keynote moment. All 3 are the kind of decision a company makes internally first, and explains publicly only if asked directly. That pattern matters for anyone actually trying to track where this industry is heading, because the loud announcements, the flashy model launches with benchmark charts, aren't always where the real signal lives. Sometimes the real signal is in what companies quietly change about how they're structured, who they partner with, and where they put $1.5 billion when nobody's watching closely. 3 of the biggest names in AI made exactly that kind of quiet move, in the same 7-day window. That's not something you see every week. It's worth being honest about what this pattern does and doesn't prove. It doesn't prove that any one of these 3 companies is in trouble, and treating a leadership change, a partnership, or a new venture as a crisis by default would be exactly the kind of overreaction this channel tries to avoid. What it does prove is that the public-facing story each company tells, the keynote version, the press release version, is consistently a step behind the internal decisions actually driving the business that week. That gap between the announced story and the underlying decision is where the real information usually sits. Final thoughts. So here's the bottom line. Technically, none of these 3 stories individually proves a crisis, a slowdown, or a strategy failure at any of the 3 companies involved. Strategically, taken together, they paint a consistent picture of an industry where competitive pressure is forcing quiet adjustments faster than any of these companies want to publicly admit. The loud story this week would have been a new model launch. The quiet story, the one that actually happened, was 3 different companies restructuring how they compete without saying so directly, letting the moves speak for themselves instead of framing any of it as a response to competitive pressure. If you want next week's roundup the moment it goes up, subscribe now, because this pattern of quiet structural moves outpacing loud launches is exactly the kind of thing worth tracking week over week rather than catching after the fact. Drop a comment and let me know, which of these 3 moves do you think matters most a year from now? Google's leadership shift, Apple leaning on rivals, or Anthropic betting big on deployment? That debate is honestly more interesting than picking a winner on any single benchmark chart. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.